off here with a pastry and another cup of orange juice. I went with the orange juice simply because I don't think my body can handle any more food, which is concerning because I have an even bigger lunch coming up today. Let's give it a shot. A little dry, but that's not a problem because we got our orange juice. Am I right? Done. That was way harder than I expected. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Love it. Love Circus Circus. Guys, I got my butt kicked. That was a lot harder than I expected it to be. But none of that matters because we freaking profited, baby. If this is just the first buffet, I don't even want to know what's on the other side of this challenge. Look, your boy needs to lock in because I have a lunch reservation in just a couple of hours and I'm gonna need full stomach capacity. I'm gonna try to burn off some of this food. That was brutal. I went and walked the smog-filled Vegas Strip for a few hours to burn off some calories that I've consumed and prepare my stomach for the next buffet. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Wynn Hotel, and inside of it is our next buffet, the Buffet at the Wynn. Whoever came up with that name, genius. Unlike Circus Circus, this buffet has a 3.7 stars, so I'm feeling hopeful. This buffet is also significantly more expensive, coming in at a whopping $66. And that's before any upgrades. They also have an add-on which gives you bottomless drinks called the Endless Pour Package. You guys know I had to buy it, which means our total buffet cost is now $99. Holy sh**. Now eating $100 of food on my own seems pretty much impossible, but here's the kicker. The food options are pricey. I'm talking crab legs, prime rib, lobster, and endless champagne. My favorite. Look, I don't know what I just signed myself up for, but what I do know is I'm not going down without a fight. A little dramatic. I made my way over to the Wynn, and I could nuts, but the food was even more nuts. They had prime rib, all different types of fresh pizza, a salad bar, which looked surprisingly good, tons of different desserts, sushi, one of my favorites, mounds of crab claws and oysters, a mega mountain of shrimp, as well as lobster and crab legs. The only problem? There's a 2-hour time limit, and I have $99 worth of food and drink to consume. I rushed my way to get what was most expensive, the seafood, and I got a lot of it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our first plate of food. I got an absolutely absurd pile of crab legs, which is one of my favorite foods, so I am freaking hyped. I also got some shrimp with some marinara sauce. Might have went a little overboard on the marinara there. And my glass of champagne has arrived. I'm so excited. See, this is all a strategic play here. Not only are the meats usually the most expensive items, but they fill you up the least. That being said, I'm gonna value this plate at around $20. And for the glass of champagne, I looked up the price of the bottle. It's about $7 a glass. Let's dig in. Oh, I'm so excited. The crab legs are already cut in half, which makes it way easier because I don't have to peel them. That's so good. Look at all the meat in that claw right there. Holy gas. Oh, it's so good. Guys, if you haven't had crab, if you get the chance, you gotta try it.
A YouTuber?
No, a YouTuber.
Oh, what's your YouTube?
It's called Jack Pembroke.
Please go to subscribers.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now for the champagne. Oh. Plate number 1 in the books. The time is ticking. I'm gonna go get a second plate. We still have a long way to go in order to profit. Excuse me? I was wondering if I could get another champagne.
Okay.
Would it be possible to do multiple at once? No?
Get one at a time.
Okay, I'm actually a horrible person. I'm going ham, I'm going crazy. I want to try everything in this place. So I grabbed a second plate and instantly went for the sushi and had to get even more seafood if I wanted to profit. My plate consists of a bunch more crab legs as well as a little bit of sushi. I didn't want to get too much sushi because the rice is quite filling. To top it all off, I got yet another another glass of champagne. Let's feast. Last piece. Mmm, that's so good. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm eating crab legs and sushi for lunch. That was amazing. I can't believe this is my job. Cheers. On my way to get plate number 3. We still have a lot to profit, so let's do this. I don't think it'd be very wise to stand in line for 10 minutes for some prime rib. I ended up waiting in line anyways. Plate number 3, I got some mac and cheese, this fancy looking fish, and a ton of prime rib. Now, I've never had prime rib before, but apparently this stuff is very expensive, which is why I got a lot of it. On the side, I got this very fancy, awesome looking mixed berry juice. And of course, at this point, you guys know the drill. Another glass of champagne, baby. Hopefully getting this much prime rib wasn't a mistake. I am a little bit worried about that, but nonetheless, I am locked in and I'm ready to devour this food. Let's keep profiting. The fish is like watery. That's not good. Mac and cheese. Oh yeah. Guys, this is top tier mac and cheese. I think this makes up for the fish, I'm not gonna lie. Let's get it. Pop my prime rib cherry. Fire. Let's try to get all this down. I'm good, how are you?
I'm great. So I kind of interrupted you.
Nah, you're good. I'm trying to profit.
Yeah. I've seen all the videos.
What's your name?
Aryan.
Aryan? Jack, nice to meet you.
I know.
Thanks. What's your name?
Aryan.
Aryan? Jack, nice to meet you.
I know.
Thanks, man. W Aryan in the chat, guys. Oh, finished. But at what cost? I don't know what just happened, but it's like I can feel the food from Circus mixing with the food from the Win, and every plate I've had today is just hitting me like a train. When I do these videos, I put my absolute all into it, and I don't go down without a fight. So I'm not gonna be a little whiny baby and say that I'm full. I got stomach room for years, baby. Don't test me. Before we go get another plate, I got some business to tend to. Number 3, down the hatch, baby. I was on my way for my 4th plate with that champagne kicking me in high gear. It was time to profit, and my choice of cuisine was clear. No, I love the crab. I get a lot of it. I have no idea. I'm too scared. Plate number 4, another huge plate of crab legs. If I can eat all these and get another glass of champagne in me, we're gonna be looking pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. That prime rib is sitting crazy in my stomach right now, but it's all a mental game. I'm getting so full right now, bro. Oh, beautiful. Finally finished. Sorry to the parents of these crabs here that I just demolished, but they were delicious. I think I have every type of animal in my stomach right now, including grainy circus eggs, which is awesome. We are almost at a profit, and in front of me, I got another glass of champagne. Could I ask you a favor?
Yes.
Could you film this for my mom real quick? Just me? Okay. What's up, Mom? I know you don't like how I get violent when I drink and how I should go to AA, but you know what? It's a special time. I haven't drank in 9 hours. Cheers. I love you, Mom. Thank you. That was hell. We profited. Thank God, I am so full. Now, my waitress came around and poured me another glass of champagne without me asking. Look, we might have profited, but we might as well. All right, I don't want all this food to come up. I'm gonna get out of here. The win, more like the lose, because I just beat your ass. I was really hoping I profited on this one so I could make that joke, by the way. Jokes aside, I feel like that buffet was actually kind of a good value, and I feel like I got my money's worth. Guys, our next buffet is so insane, so luxurious, and so expensive that I have to hop on a plane just to get there. In the name of profit, let's get going. Guys, this last buffet cost me such a ridiculous amount of money. It's unreal. But to help pay for it, along with all the other buffets in this video, I've been using my Chime card, which is this video's sponsor. Chime is the most loved banking app, and they offer a smarter way to manage your money. I spent a lot of money on these buffets, and with the Chime card, I can get 5% cash back on dining. That's just the category I went with, but you can choose from all of these awesome categories. And you're free to change it every month. $1,500 in restaurants a month equals literally $600 a year on spending that I'm already doing. You may be a part of the 82% of Americans that do not have a high yield savings account. If that's you, you're losing out on a bunch of money you could get just by setting one up through Chime. This account can earn you 3.75 APY, which by the way is 9 times the national saving rate. Bruh. My favorite part, Chime has no overdraft fees and no minimum balance fees. Guys, sign up for a Chime checking account right now and use the link in the description or scan this QR code on screen to get a $100 bonus. It literally takes just minutes, and Chime is so good that it should be a no-brainer. Yes, a $100 bonus, and you could earn 3.75 APY and 5% cash back by signing up using the link in the description or scan this QR code. Back to the buffet. Behind me is the most expensive buffet in the United States, the Breakers Buffet. Guys, I made my reservation months in advance just to get a table at this place. You may have noticed my poorly tailored suit that I got from a sketchy shop in LA, and if you thought this was a style choice, you'd be wrong. This buffet has a dress code, which, what are we doing? The hotel that the buffet is located in costs thousands of dollars a night, and we are in the billionaire capital of the world, Palm Beach, Florida. This buffet cost me $190. Bruh. I am currently 2 for 3 buffets, and absolutely freaking nothing is gonna stop me from going 3 for 3. I don't wanna miss my reservation. We should probably get a move on. Guys, all I'm gonna say is we've come a long way from the circus. I felt like I was stepping into the Taj Mahal, and personally, I felt like a peasant, but nothing was gonna stop me from profiting. Holy, bro. Hi, I just have a buffet reservation at 12:15.
What was the last name?
Pembroke.
Nico could get you seated. Enjoy.
Okay, thank you. I was escorted to my table and sat down. Thanks. We are inside the buffet. I'm not gonna lie, I don't get nervous often, and I am a little bit nervous being in here. I feel like I do not fit in, and everyone here seems like a billionaire. I don't know what type of person is coming here on a Sunday and spending $190 on brunch, but I guess I'm looking at him, so it's almost like awkward to film because of just how freaking fancy this place is. Like this lady to my left is like looking over her shoulder at me. This is the nicest place I've ever stepped foot in my entire existence. We do have a 2-hour time limit, so I have to get to work. I've already been brought in a glass of champagne. Let's go see what makes this buffet worth $190. I come for the champagne. Guys, we're starting off with a bang. I asked for 3 glasses of champagne. Not gonna lie, didn't think they could do it, but they did it. Oh my God. Don't worry, we're gonna come back for these. But first, let's go over there and hit the buffet.
Just make sure as long as it flashes on.
Okay, I really appreciate that. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. So I just got asked to not film in here. I think that people complained about me filming. Let's go hit the buffet. Now, the food stations were everything you would hope for, and just by the look of the food, it was already better than the wind. Prime rib, breakfast foods, oysters on ice, a boatload of seafood, sushi, desserts, and more. But most expensive of all is the unlimited caviar. This is gonna be huge for profiting. So I grabbed my plate and loaded up with the most expensive food I could get my hands on. I went with some crab legs, of course, some lobster claws, and a humongous dollop of caviar. These are the most expensive high-ticket items in the buffet, which means it's the best way to profit. I am gonna value this plate at $40. The caviar really carries, but it's one of the hardest foods to eat a lot of because it is so rich and salty and fishy. And for the champagne, this is top shelf stuff. It is $25 a glass. Guys, you know I always keep it real with you. This food was actually top tier. This was the best lobster I've ever had, but the caviar on the other hand, I don't know. Yeah, I would say it's pretty safe to say that I've ruined the taste of caviar for myself from that first class profit video. I finished off this plate reluctantly and couldn't help but notice the amount of dirty looks that I was receiving for what felt like no reason. I have literally all eyes on me right now. I'm geeked. I think the guy's coming over again.
Thomas, pardon the interruption.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not
Yeah, no, not at all.
guests that just prefer not to be recorded.
Absolutely.
Turn it off when you get inside the room.
Yeah, thanks. So before I got kicked out, I thought I might as well film the intro for this video. I'm here to profit. Oh my God, that was so awkward. That guy that keeps coming over is looking at me after that. Thank you so much. These people in front of me absolutely hate me, and the people to the left of me think I'm crazy. I have to be super careful with recording. So I tried to just lay low, but 5 minutes later, the manager came back again. You know, I'm gonna play by the rules, but
Well, you're very respectful.
thanks, Tom, I appreciate it.
Of course, anything you
At
need.
this point, I was really feeling the effects of this buffet and had to run to the bathroom. My stomach does not feel good. All I've had today is a bunch of seafood, champagne, and caviar. That sounds awesome. In reality, I feel like It's time to walk in. Everything came down to this, and I was out for blood, specifically cow blood. Do you guys have tomahawk?
Tomahawk is done.
They're out of tomahawk. So unfortunately, I had to resort back to the seafood. Yay! How fun. If we want to profit, we gotta get one thing. Do you mind video recording me getting some caviar?
Sure.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. I have gotten my second plate. I got some more crab legs, lobster tails this time, some sushi, and a massive glob of caviar. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how I'm gonna get that down. That is incredibly overwhelming. The last thing I wanna put in my stomach is caviar, but in these situations, you really don't have a choice. And as I'm saying this out loud, I'm realizing I'm probably the first person to ever complain about eating caviar. That's just the truth. I'm gonna stop filming now before I actually get kicked out. Sushi's pretty gas. Huge lobster tail. Yeah, this caviar thing might be the death of me. If you've never had caviar before, just imagine the smell walking past a fish market. If they condense it, put it into little sperm balls, and made it salty. The only way to get these fish eggs down was with absurd amounts of sour cream to help mask the fishiness. Lock in. Guys, I absolutely destroyed this meal and washed it down with some more champagne. Oh my God. Profit was closer than ever, but we weren't done just yet. If I finish this real quick, can I get one more? Okay. Has anyone ever done that? Oh, okay. It has already been 2 hours, and it looks like they brought me the bill because my time here is up. I still have one more glass of champagne, though. That's going to conclude our journey here at the Breakers Buffet. Cheers. Ugh. Everyone is looking at me. Let's get out of here. I got out of there feeling questionable, but the question is, did we profit from the most expensive buffet in America? The answer is yes, surprisingly. And after doing the math, in the end, we profited $25. Champagne's hitting. I don't even know where I'm walking. Thank you guys for watching these videos. I freaking love you. I'll see you next time. Later.
all that money. They turn down them bad hoes. Gotta finally stand so. Might see myself getting old.
This is a video that my neighbor just posted of what he thinks is a monster. And here's another and another and another. See, my entire city has been desperately trying to find out who or what this terrifying thing is. But what they don't know is, it's me. This all started because I have beef with my city. Every time I turn on the local news, I see this.
Newport Beach will be cracking down on spring breakers.
It's getting too rowdy in Newport Beach, according to some residents.
Right now, they want to see more cops and increased fines for loud parties and public drinking.
It's so f***ing boring. So I'm gonna give them something to actually talk about. I just trip my city with a fake monster. Starting with act number 1, buying the costume. Now the problem is when you look up monster outfits online, most of them look like this. Extremely unrealistic. And if we want to actually sell this, we need to make it look real. After scouring the entire internet for the best monster costumes, I came across one website that creates these insane ultra realistic monster outfits. And out of all these costumes, I found one that caught my eye as being just realistic enough. This is Cujo. And unfortunately, it comes with a pretty hefty price tag. And you can't just order them, so I have to actually call them.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? I was just calling about one of the monster outfits, the Cujo one.
Yes.
What's like the time frame on when I could get it?
8 to 10 weeks.
Do you think people are gonna like fall for it?
You can make it look pretty real. I would just need a card number for the down payment.
I can read you mine right now if that works.
Yeah, that works. Okay.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Woo! How much was that? Holy sh**. Hopefully this works. Now we just wait. And 3 whole months later, the costume arrived. All right, guys, it's a big day today. It's unboxing time. If this costume doesn't look real, we might be screwed. We have waited over 3 months for this moment. Let's open this box. Oh, dude, it looks like they skinned a wolf. That's actually quite terrifying. Oh my God. What in the, that's actually disgusting looking, bro. This has gotta be the head. Looks good, right? I gotta try this puppy on. Holy crap, dude. I'm sweating bullets. I'm coming up.
Bro, insane.
That looks unbelievable.
It's crazy, bro.
Now that we have the most important part, there's a few more things that we're gonna need to actually make people think this is real. Welcome to Act 2, video staging. Now I thought instead of just going out and terrorizing random houses in my city, I thought it might be smart to stage some of our own videos to get the ball rolling. The plan is to take a handful of different videos at different houses and make them as realistic as we can. So we're gonna need some props. And so the very next day, we made our way to get some very necessary items to make these videos. We're picking up a Ring doorbell. It's just the most natural way to capture all of these clips. And now that we had our camera, we were gonna need some actual props. What if we buy one of these dog bowls here and we stage a video of me drinking out of the bowl? We're gonna pick this guy up. Thank you. And finally, we made our way to one last store to get a prop that would take it to the next level. We're here to get a potted plant. We need a big one, I think. Like, I want this thing to shatter, bro. Ooh, okay, 50 bucks. Got our plant. We are willing to do whatever it takes to make sure these videos seem as legit as possible. We're looking good. We're ready to film these videos. We're gonna make our way home, pot the plant, and then from there, it's actually game time. But before we could move on to our next phase, I had to wait until it was completely dark. We are in the car. All of the props, including the monster outfit and the pot, are loaded in the back of the car. We have to film a bunch of staged video clips that look real. pretty much. Easier said than done. I already have half the monster suit on. We're ready to go. Let's do this. And now we were on a mission to film the videos that would bring this monster to life. Our goal was to film 4 different videos at 4 of my friends' different houses in hopes that one of these clips would go viral in my city, freaking out my neighbors. Okay, we are here at house number 1. This is my boy Justin's house. What's up? Our plan is to trick all of Newport Beach with a fake monster.
That's awesome. Are you serious?
That's the plan, because nothing ever happens here.
That's true. All the next door posts, I already see them all.
That's what we're gonna do, yeah. And so we started with setting up our Ring camera in the perfect angle. And at this point, no one has really seen this monster costume, so I wanted to make sure that I got Justin's full reaction.
Holy. Whoa! That is
We are about to record the first staged video. So we started the recording on the Ring camera and I gave my first attempt. So something that I really didn't think would be a problem is the head kept falling off the costume, which was making it impossible to crawl or do any movements that an actual monster might make.
You could not see anything.
Ultimately, we decided to move the Ring camera to a better angle and try again. I tried to really get in my bag here and act as a monster as good as I possibly could. And the head kept falling off, but all that mattered was the footage.
Was that good? Actually perfect.
That's the best it is?
I think that might be the best it is.
The clip was good, but I'll be honest, I was looking for perfection. One little slip up or unbelievable movement and people would know that this thing was fake. So we ran it back and tried again. Now the monster was far too visible, so then we decided to go to another position and try it again. And this time, my movements were perfect. Now we just had to check the camera angle.
Yes,
oh my gosh.
Dude. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, dude, yes! Oh, it looks so good!
This
So
looks
real. It looks so real.
Bro, being neighbors with Jack Pembroke, bottom 3 experiences in life. Bro.
It's just enough right now to make it believable.
So with our first video in the bag, we packed up all of our stuff and made our way to our second house. We're pulling up to house number 2. It's my buddy Grant's house. He isn't in town, but he said we could use his front yard. There's a perfect door, which means the angle from the Ring camera should be prime time, baby. I'm gonna have to crawl. This clip was gonna require a lot more crawling, which was gonna make it a lot harder to pull off. So I got straight to business. This is impossible. This might not work. I tried again, but the head kept falling off the costume. It's not meant for this. I was getting pretty frustrated because this costume was like I was wearing a sauna suit, and it also didn't help that it was midnight and I was getting pretty tired. But one attempt actually kind of worked.
That one wasn't bad.
Dude, I think that'll work. And with 2 of the 4 clips filmed, finally, we knew that we had to speed run the next ones. All right, guys, we've arrived to our next house. This is my friend Anthony's house. You guys know Anthony.
What's up, bro?
The Ring camera is already set up, and there's a perfect spot in the frame where we can place the dog bowl. I'm gonna throw on the monster suit, and we're gonna get to filming. Let's do this. I learned that taking off the feet of the costume made it a lot easier to crawl, and this helped a lot, but there was also a downside. Oh, you can see my feet though. This clip only took us 2 attempts, and I think it came out pretty good. That felt so good. That's gotta be. Holy, that's gas, bro. It's a little bit risky, but I think it'll work. We're here at house number 4, the final house. My boy Jimmy has the biggest front yard out of any of my friends. Jimmy! What up? Is there any way we could break a vase?
Yeah, you can break a vase.
Are you sure?
If it's yours.
Yeah. All right, let's send it. You guys know the drill. We set up the Ring camera, and then I placed our prop for this video, which was the potted plant we got earlier in the day. I'm gonna basically knock this thing over, shatter it, and hopefully we get a viral clip. Again, I got back in the monster costume, AKA the sauna suit.
Dude, it's actually gnarly, bro.
And what made this clip a little bit different than the other ones is we had 1 attempt and 1 attempt only at this. Once the plant was broken, it was over, so we had to make sure that everything went perfectly. I hope that was good, bro. Pot definitely shattered. That's so good. Oh my God. Imagine you see this on Nextdoor.
I'd be like, what the is that thing?
That is 4 out of 4 video clips filmed. Now we gotta post them. We can let go now. All right. For now, I needed some sleep because I knew tomorrow was a big day. All right, guys, it's time to see if all of our hard work will pay off or not. Welcome to potentially the most make or break phase of this entire process, Act 3. Posting. This is where a lot of things could go wrong. Eventually, we want to post these clips on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and other huge sites, but first, we're gonna start with the Nextdoor app. It's a neighborhood app where people can post any local drama going on within the area. Stuff like this post here. This guy's selling solar just now. Wants to come back tomorrow. Seems super sketchy. And I don't know about you guys, but bro seems pretty chill. The app is kind of known to be used by Karens, which is exactly what we want. I have created a fake profile under the name Michelle Thompson and used AI to generate an absolutely stunning profile picture for her. I think what we're gonna do is post the first video clip we filmed at Justin's house and try to come up with a believable enough caption. I'm just gonna take my time with it and make this as believable as I can. Let's get posting. And after trying to tap into my inner Karen, I think I came up with a pretty believable enough caption. Michelle says, me and my husband checked our Ring camera this morning after finding multiple motion captures throughout the night. At first, we thought it was a coyote, but after we kept watching it back, we started to have second thoughts. We asked friends that said it's a stray dog, but nobody is 100% certain. We are wondering if anyone lost a dog or can identify what this thing is. Thank you. And then, of course, the video attached. I mean, that feels pretty good. I hope people believe this because at this point, we're months into this, thousands of dollars into this, and we've put so much effort towards making this believable. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, it's up. Video posted. Fingers crossed. Now all we can do is wait. I kept checking my phone every 30 minutes or so to see if there was any updates or comments or even likes or views. And I kept thinking in my head over and over and over, what if people see this and they know immediately that it's fake? Is the caption good enough? Is the costume good enough? Is the video good enough? I had no idea. But I guess people's reactions was the last thing I should have been worried about because a whole 5 hours later, we have nothing on the video. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know if I thought it would instantly gain traction, but I'm gonna hold out hope and pray that something changes. Hopefully I have some good news in the morning. So that night I went to bed hoping in the morning something would change. Okay, opening the Nextdoor app. 73 comments. Oh my gosh. I thought this wasn't gonna work. Cynthia said, whatever it is, looks sort of strange. Chris Long said, kind of looks like a bear to me. Flora said, looks like a lion. Did one escape from the San Diego Zoo? Someone said moves like a horse. It might be a possum. Dude named Mike Carey said it's obviously the chupacabra. I'd burn the house down and start over. Lots of people are convinced it's the chupacabra, which is like a cryptid monster. We did that, bro. We did that. This is actually working. And as I read these comments, I knew we might actually have something, and I needed to show Anthony.
Michelle Thompson. Okay, let's check this out. Wow, that's actually not bad. Person in a costume, that's pretty bad. Looks like a bear, 45 likes. Wow. A possum, a panda?
But then Anthony pointed out a comment that I didn't quite catch.
Bro, who actually takes the time out of their day to look if a profile picture is AI generated?
It's pretty clear that we were gonna have to ditch the AI going forward. While we wait and hope this video continues to gain traction, I wanted to tell you guys about my new partner, MyHeritage. This is a $19 at-home simple DNA test that can tell you exactly where your family is from over 79 different ethnicities. This kit came in the mail and all I had to do was take out the items, use this very scientific swab to capture my DNA, package it back up, and send it right back. 3 weeks later, and I now have my results. Turns out, I'm 33% English, 20% Scottish, and 46% other ethnicities. They also connected me with over 40,000 relatives of mine, which is absolutely insane. I have family members that I literally didn't even know existed. If I go ahead and hop over to ancient origins, it says I originate from 46% Central Steppe, 42% European farmer, and 11% Bronze Age Caucasian. If you use code JACK19 at checkout, you can get this exact kit for just $19. Click the link in the description or scan this QR code on screen to get your MyHeritage kit today. All right, guys, it's day 2 and it's time to make another post. This one definitely reveals more of the monster, which is kind of scary. I've already made an account for Linda Montgomery, so I threw together a quick caption for the post.
Yeah, seems legit.
Post number 2 has been made. Now, eventually, we want to take this to completely random homes and see people's reaction. Right now, that seems far too risky. I want to generate more hype around this monster, which means it's time for some guerrilla marketing. I started designing a poster that we were gonna use to flood my city with the idea of this monster. Then I went to my local Staples and printed out a ton of these things. Now we're gonna post these all over the city. No one knows. Nobody. We waited for nighttime to be as discreet as possible. We are in a neighborhood called Dover Shores. Basically, everyone that lives here is filthy rich. And so with the help of some tape, I started putting these things up. We got a whole lot more of these things. I knew this was strictly a numbers game, so we went around my entire city. We went to 5 different neighborhoods and even multiple parks, all to make it so you couldn't turn a corner in this city without seeing that monster. Perfect. 100 more now. We kept dropping off poster after poster after poster after poster after poster after poster. You get the point. We did this until we were left with just one more poster. Let's put it out this massive freaking mansion.
The banner ad in the header links to a company that stopped existing 12 years ago.
I feel like we've done all that we can do.
And at the
I'm a little
bottom
bit
of the
worried
page,
of what people are going to think about all of these posters when they inevitably see them and find them in their mailbox, because I am going to be dressing up as the monster and terrorizing these houses. The hope is that we can get clipped on their Ring cameras and go viral, and people really believe this. I'm gonna go home, get some sleep. We're gonna call it a night. Next few days are gonna be huge. Hey, Dad, baby.
Replied to them
all right.
in years.
Welcome to day 4. First things first, we have to check the next door post. What are we hoping for?
Honestly, anything works though, as long as people don't think it's a human show.
Let's give it a look. I'm nervous.
What's waiting is stranger than
No.
that. Because somewhere between 2008
we got
and
banned,
now,
bro.
thousands of these places died.
All right, guys, we have been banned from the next door app. Bro, what do we do?
Most of them stayed
What do
dead,
we do? Are you
but a small
kidding
number
me, bro? Are you kidding me,
those
bro?
few,
I have a feeling the
one
post
question keeps
low-key
showing
went
up
viral, and then
in
they saw it and
forum
deleted
after
it.
forum,
We already initially had the
Reddit
plan to post on
threads,
tons of different
on
websites and
archive
social
blogs,
medias. Nextdoor really was
on
just the tip of the
obscure
iceberg,
tech
and
forums
we are
about
going
other
to
dead
absolutely
forums.
raise
Why is
hell
someone
everywhere
still
on the
posting
internet.
here?
Let's start posting.
That's the question.
So
this video
Anthony
is about.
already had a
who they
previously
are,
existing
not even
Nextdoor
really
account.
why,
We're hoping that
because we may
because
never
this
fully
account
know
has
that.
been active
The
for
question is
longer,
simpler.
it won't get flagged and
somehow
banned
more
again. I
unsettling.
think we're gonna post the video that we took at
Why do
Anthony's
these rooms
actual
still have a
house. The
light
post is ready to go.
when
3,
everyone who
2,
built them left
1.
years ago?
It's live, baby. It's scary because this is the
understand what
clearest
we're looking
site that
at,
anybody has
you
seen
have to
so far.
understand
So
what
if
a
anyone's
forum
gonna know it's
actually
fake,
was.
this is the first
Before
video that
Reddit,
would really
before
put the
Discord,
nail in the coffin. And so
before
I quickly
group chats
drafted
and
up our
algorithmic
first
feeds.
post of many.
The internet's
The first
communities
Reddit
lived on
post has
software
been
with
made.
names
We
like
are awaiting
PHPBB,
moderator
vBulletin,
approval. We spent
Envision
this
Power
entire day just
Simple
finding
Machines
local
Forum.
Reddit forums and
These
Facebook
weren't
groups
apps.
and
They
absolutely
were small,
flooding them
independent
with this
kingdoms,
monster. After
usually
a long
run by
day of
one
posting,
person,
we had
hosted on a
nothing to
rented
show for
server,
ourselves,
dedicated
so
to
we just had to
something
hope
absurdly
for
specific.
something tomorrow.
A model
The next
train
day,
form,
I woke up and checked
a
our
laptop
videos,
repair
and
form,
surprisingly,
a
we got
private
good
World of
news.
Warcraft
Our
server,
post got 53
regional
likes
Star
and
Wars Galaxies
47
roleplay
comments.
game. They weren't
Alongside the
designed for
Facebook post,
speed.
a bunch of our staged
They were
videos
designed
we
to
posted
hold
on
things.
Nextdoor started to gain
A question
traction
could sit
along
for
with it,
3
and the
days before
comments
someone
just
answered
kept
it.
getting better.
That was
People
fine.
were starting to follow the
thread
lore of
could
this
live for
monster and
decades.
link back old clips to the new ones,
architecture
basically
itself
creating an
encouraged
entire
memory.
manhunt. And others were
Usernames,
claiming they
post
filed
counts,
entire
join dates,
police reports.
last
My
visited
hubby
timestamps.
works for the city of
Little
Newport
permanent
Beach. He's
fossils
gonna
of who had been there.
report it since it could
That kind of
genuinely be an
statistics
injured bear.
line was everywhere. Quiet little
Okay,
scoreboard.
for now we're
nobody
just gonna
thought
hope
twice
these
about.
videos continue to get
Until it became
views,
something
but in
else.
order to really trick
Because
my
starting
whole
around
city,
2012,
we're gonna have to begin the most
migration began.
important phase of this
Reddit
plan,
centralized hundreds
Act
of these
4,
niche communities into
terrorizing
single
my
subreddits.
neighbors.
Discord, launched in 2015, replaced slow, threaded conversation with live chat. And for gaming clans and server communities especially, it was a near total extinction event. Then came the institutional deaths.
Tonight is
In
definitely
February
the make or break for this entire experiment.
IMDb
Here's
shut
the
down its
plan.
message boards
We are
entirely,
going to
erasing in a
terrorize
single
random
decision
homes in this
years of
neighborhood.
film
We're
discussion
back here
that had
in
nowhere else to
Dover
live.
Shores, the place
Yahoo
we put up
groups went the
posters
same
last
way,
night. We
just
already
slower.
scoped the neighborhood and found
there's
a
the part almost
perfect
nobody
first
talks
house
about.
to target. There's a ring
PHP
camera
killed
right
more
in the front of the
forums
house
than
and a
any single
perfect
company
walkway that
ever
I can
did.
crawl past. This is the first
first
time we've
wave
actually
hit
been
in
in public with the
2015
suit.
and
We actually gotta
2016
go, go,
when
go, go, go.
PHP7
We can't have the
quietly
mask
removed
fall
an
off or
entire
anything
set
or
of
screw it.
database functions. The
Oh,
exact ones
this is
nearly
so
every
sketchy. You'll
forum
just be in the
built
car
between
filming, all right?
2003
You good?
and 2010
We got this?
was
Let's do
coded
this.
against.
Let's freaking do this, baby.
Thousands of boards broke overnight, with no one left to patch them.
I hope that was good, bro. We're just gonna have to do as many houses as we possibly can to give us the best chance of going viral. After hitting the first house, we knew we needed to pick up the pace. Most everybody in this neighborhood was sound asleep, but we were willing to stay up all night if we needed to. This is a lot harder than it looks. I mean, this suit is almost impossible to move in, but my main concern was hoping that nobody saw us and nobody came out of their house while we were in the act. I was determined to hit every house in my city because I knew that the chances of somebody seeing the ring notification, taking the time to clip the video, and posting it online was slim to none. I'd be so scared if I saw that. I hope we see that on next door. Sweating bullets. You couldn't walk a mile in these monster shoes. Look how sweaty I am, bro. After stopping to get some water and nearly passing out, we decided to head to our next neighborhood, and we got right to terrorizing. Neighborhood after neighborhood, this monster had seen every inch of my city. I think we do a couple more, and then I think I'm cooked, brother. Behind me, this house has 3 separate Postmate orders that haven't even been picked up. Let's give them something to talk about in the morning. Go. Oh. Damn it. Did you film that? How bad was it?
So good. It's so good.
It's a good one to end it on. We've pretty much hit the top 5 neighborhoods in my
The second wave came later, as hosting companies retired PHP 7 itself, forcing the survivors onto PHP 8, a version strict enough to turn old, sloppy warnings into hard, unrecoverable errors. Most of these forums don't get a dramatic ending. No announcement, no goodbye thread, just a broken database, an expired module, and a blank white page with a clinical error message. That's how the internet's old neighborhoods usually die. Not with an explosion, with a silence so total it doesn't even register as an event. Which is exactly why the ones that don't go silent are so strange. If you go looking, and people do, using search techniques borrowed straight from open source intelligence work, you can still find these forums today. Searches like this surface forums in exactly the condition you'd expect. Ancient, broken, abandoned. Most of them are exactly what they look like. Digital ruins. A homepage, a wall of dead links, a last post timestamp from 2014. But every so often, the search returns something different. A last post date from this year. The first time you see it, it doesn't feel eerie. It feels like a mistake. Maybe the timestamp is wrong. Maybe it's a bug. You click in expecting to find an error message or a redirect or nothing at all. Instead, you find a post. Sometimes it's short. Still here. Anyone around? Bump. Sometimes it's longer. A continuation of a thread from years earlier, written as if no time had passed at all. Sometimes it's a reply to a question nobody asked, because the person who originally would have answered hasn't logged in since 2013. And at the bottom of the page, that line again. Currently active users, 1. This is the moment the story usually starts for people who stumble onto these forums. Not the broken design, not the dead links, the number 1. Because a forum with 0 users online is just an artifact. A forum with 1 user online is something that is, technically, still happening. It raises an obvious question. Who is this? And why are they the only one left? The boring answer, and it's worth saying clearly because it's often correct, is that this is one real person, alone, maintaining a routine. People who've traced specific cases in communities built around games like Star Wars Galaxies or hobby spaces for model railroading describe a consistent pattern. A person for whom the forum functions as a fixed, reliable ritual. A digital room they keep returning to, dusting, maintaining, even though no one else walks through it anymore. That alone is a quietly sad explanation. Not sinister, just lonely. But it's not the only pattern people find, and the deeper you look, the less tidy the boring explanation becomes, because some of these still active forums aren't being kept alive by a person at all. Starting in the mid-2000s, a lot of forums installed a specific kind of add-on, an RSS auto poster. Point it at an outside feed, game patch notes, anime news, a daily horoscope, whatever the community cared about, and every few hours it would quietly create a new thread, pulling content in automatically. No moderator required. On a living forum, nobody thinks twice about it. It's wallpaper. On a dead one, it becomes the only thing still moving. Here's the part that makes it interesting. The original feed it was pulling from is usually long gone. The gaming site shut down, the API changed, the URL just stopped resolving years ago. Nobody updated the bot because nobody was left to notice. So it keeps running on schedule, forever, posting broken fragments of a feed that no longer exists, empty threads, duplicate titles, the same malformed entry over and over, for a decade. That's not a haunting. It's closer to a kind of administrative afterlife, a piece of code that doesn't know its purpose ended. And this is the turning point, because once you understand that some of the apparent activity on these forums is automated, the question changes shape entirely. It's no longer just, why is someone still posting here? It becomes, how do you tell the difference between a person and a script? And what does it mean that, on some of these forums, you genuinely can't? Look at both of those again if you need to. Most people can't tell which one is the bot on the first pass. Because once you start looking for bots, you start finding something else hiding behind them. The deeper layer here involves a vulnerability that's specific to abandoned forums. Old, broken CAPTCHA systems. Spam bots, many of them built for SEO link farming, frequently associated with networks based in Russia and China, exploit these weak, old security checks to register accounts and start posting automatically. That part is unremarkable. It happens across the entire abandoned web. What's unusual is what kind of text some of these bots generate. Many of them are built on Markov chains, a decades-old text generation method that builds new sentences by statistically recombining words it has already seen. On a normal website, that produces obvious gibberish, easy to spot and ignore. But on an old forum, some of these bots are trained on the only text available to them, the forum's own archive. Years of real human conversation, hobby discussions, inside jokes, half-finished arguments from 2009. In the more striking cases, the ones that get passed around on archiving forums and Reddit threads dedicated to exactly this, the result is something genuinely uncanny. Threads that read like half-real conversations, stitched together out of dead members' words, threaded through with hidden advertising. Not quite human, not quite nonsense. A kind of digital echo built out of voices that no longer exist. Then there's the visual layer, which is its own kind of evidence trail. In June 2017, PhotoBucket, once one of the largest free image hosting services on the internet, changed its terms overnight, demanding nearly $400 a year to keep displaying images on third-party sites. An enormous portion of the old web's visual history broke in a single month. Old tutorials, old build logs, old personal photo threads, all replaced with the same gray placeholder and the same small red warning icon, repeated hundreds of times down a single page. It's not designed to be unsettling. It's a billing dispute that happened to visually gut an entire era of the internet. But the effect, scrolling through one of these forums today, is something close to looking at a room where all the photographs have been turned to face the wall. And then there's the detail that, once people notice it, they can't stop bringing up. The date bug. When an old forum's SQL database becomes partially corrupted, which happens constantly to unmaintained software, a user's last visited timestamp can reset to a specific, infamous date. January 1st, 1970. That date isn't random. It's the Unix epoch, the literal 0 point that computers use to measure time. When a system has no valid date for something, this is the date it defaults to. So you end up with long-dead accounts on long-dead forums, displaying a last visited date that reads like the moment time itself began. It's not supernatural, it's a database error. But it doesn't feel like a database error. It feels like staring at a wound in the calendar. This is where the community theories start, because the official, rational explanations, a lonely hobbyist, a leftover script, a corrupted database, don't fully account for the feeling of finding one of these places. So people fill the gap. There's the recurring dead man switch theory, the belief that some specific solitary poster is, in fact, deceased, and that what's still updating is a script they configured years ago to keep a thread alive indefinitely, a kind of pre-written afterlife. There's no confirmed case of this actually happening, but the theory persists because it explains a specific feeling that some of these accounts post with a rhythm too steady to be a person, but too personal to be only a bot. There's also a more grounded explanation worth sitting with. Groups like Archive Team, the loose volunteer collective that spent over a decade racing to back up dying websites before they vanish for good, have watched this exact pattern play out over and over. A community dies, the traffic disappears, and almost always, one account keeps logging in anyway. The read isn't about ghosts, it's about psychology. The lone poster is, in most cases people have actually traced, simply someone with a strong need for routine, someone who treats the forum less like a website and more like a room they keep tending, even half knowing nobody else is coming back. So what are we actually looking at? Not a haunted website, not a mystery with a solution waiting at the end of this video. What we're looking at is closer to an abandoned neighborhood that technically still has electricity. Most of the people left. The buildings are still standing though, because nobody bothered, or was able, to tear them down. A renewal payment still goes through automatically on a card that belonged to an admin who stopped checking their email years ago. An RSS bot keeps importing threads from a feed that broke a decade ago, looping broken fragments into a forum nobody reads. A spam bot keeps quoting conversations between people who, in some cases, may no longer be alive. And somewhere in that structure, in a small number of cases, there is one person, still walking the halls, still flipping a light switch in a room built for hundreds. We don't know, in most cases, who that person is. We don't know if they're maintaining a hobby, observing a private ritual, or simply unaware that everyone else already left. The forum doesn't tell us. It just keeps recording timestamps. What we do know is this. The modern internet was built to erase things quickly and quietly. A broken plugin, an expired PHP version, a blank white error page where a community used to be. That's the normal way these places end. These forums are the exception. Not because they survived. Plenty of broken, abandoned things survived by accident. They're the exception because somewhere inside the wreckage, something is still being used. Not a crowd, not a revival, just one person posting into a room that stopped listening years ago. And the strange part isn't that the room is empty. It's that technically it isn't. Not completely. Not yet.
Hey, shout out to you if you have subscribed. If you haven't, I'd love if you do. Let's see if we can break our record of 500 subs in a day. Thank you in advance. Okay, so let's get into this, dude. We got these liberal women spending $4,000 to bash sticks on the ground at a rage ritual retreat. What in the fart cheeks, dude? Right now, I just feel like I gotta poop. Dude, what in the fart nugget McGeezers is this, brother? Imagine driving by and being like, excuse me, ladies, do you think I could just get... I'm just kind of squeeze by here. I'm just trying to get my steps in today, you know? Get these women on the railroad. Get them making railroads. Our roads are so bad. We have so many freaking potholes here in America. Get these women filling up these potholes. You know what I'm noticing here, though? And maybe I'm onto something. It seems like physical exhaustion and manual labor may be the key to getting all your anger out. So if you ladies are so mad, why don't you go become bricklayers? Why don't you go start laying concrete? Why don't you start building homes? If you really are so pent up with all this anger and this rage, then the only thing that's going to get it out is stuff like this and screaming and bashing sticks on the ground. If that's really what's going to get it, burning some calories, There's a lot of really good blue-collar jobs that'd love to have you. A lot of really good blue-collar jobs that'd love to have you. Here's another clip of this. Dude, this stuff is so good. I just looked at this and I was like, wow. I bet they're gonna get charged like crazy for this Airbnb. Hey, somebody tore up the pillows. Y'all did not put... You get those dust out of those pillows, honey. Y'all did not put inspirational orchestral music behind this. Copenhagen Street. What in the... Oh my jeez. God, I bet that room smells like tuna fish and grits. So much sweat. Did everybody put on deodorant this morning?
Yeah, good.
There ain't gonna be one pillow with any dust on it after these ladies are done. Get it, girl.
Yeah.
Hey, while y'all at it, why don't y'all go ahead and get that yard mowed? I got some sticks that need to be picked up. The yard needs to be mowed. My garage right now is a mess. It'd be great to have y'all out in that garage and go ahead and getting that done. And I got some dust on my pillows. No sticks though, hands only. Okay.
Let yourself go beyond the edge of what you think is acceptable. Yeah. Yes, keep beating it the fuck out. Keep going! Yes!
Boy, how you gonna be exhausted from using a little flimsy stick on a dadgum pillow? You know what? I'd love to go there and be like, first question, what's your body count? What's your body count? Is this why you're so mad? Is this why you're so mad? This is a thing though. These rage rituals. What in the... Dude, what the... Oh my God. They did not put the James Cameron cinematic music behind this. The good girl is gone. Yeah, because all y'all ran.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Oh my God, I gotta turn the music off. This is unreal. Got tennis balls in here. Jesus, what are y'all so mad about? Yeah, really step into your primal state of being here, Rebecca. All right, now we're gonna take a good waft of the Pachulian mothballs. All right, yeah. It's about you beat up those pillows, girl. Oh my God, make sure to breathe. Good Lord. Was that a hit? You ain't even hitting hard. You can't even rage at 100%. This is so performative. My God. This is a joke. There's no way these women are for real. Apparently this video is pretty old, but I've never seen it. So this is like the whole episode of it.
It's raging time.
It's morphin' time.
Rage has been demonized and villainized, especially in the feminine. But our sacred rage is what has incited so many movements, created so much change on our planet. It is imperative that we allow ourselves safe spaces to release.
Liberal women will do anything but be productive with that unused anger, right?
This fiery, hot emotion from within us so that it can no longer poison.
Just that one. I'm too mad. No, I'm sorry, chat. I'm having a field day with this one. Oh, and by the way, don't forget, if you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health struggles, you should hear this. Recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions in their role for designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their apps could contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but they did not share those risks while they just prioritized profits. The recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of these decisions. Now, Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm that they caused. Click the link in the description to take a short quiz. You may be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. Bro, and it's a harmless quiz. It's like 10 or 12 questions. It takes no time, and you can figure out if you could get some cash. I'm always trying to put you guys on and get some money in your pocket. All right, let's get back into this rageness.
Or toxify our internal emotional reality. Even though a volcano can be destructive in its eruption, ultimately that is also what creates.
Baby girl, y'all can't even break sticks. Do not compare yourself to a volcano. You're petting yourself with a frickin' eagle feather.
Paradise. We have to give ourselves permission to fully emote, to release that which has remained stuck and suppressed inside of ourselves in
So that
order
septum
to
ring, are we surprised?
Hi, I'm Mia Magic. Something I have become very notorious for and that my retreats are highly coveted in order to experience is rage rituals.
Are we ready for some rage?
Oh, we're fucking ready. If you're gonna work with me, you know you're getting yourself into some like pretty wild shit. You're gonna need big sticks. Most women have been shamed.
You're gonna need big sticks.
For their anger. It's been something that they have been